If you think the king of the jungle, the lion, the flesh-eating sharks, or maybe the megalodon are the most dangerous animals, then you are mistaken. There is an animal, a real predator, the hunter of the hunters, and even the killer of the megalodon. Yes, that's right. There is something more dangerous, more ruthless, and more savage than the notorious white sharks and even the megalodon itself. Meet the orcas, also known as killer whales. Orcas are the most powerful predators on the planet. They are said to be the most formidable predators in the water, capable of bringing down large prey such as whales and even great white sharks. In fact, their hunting techniques are so brutal that they are largely blamed for the extinction of the megalodon, the world's biggest shark. The poor megalodon was killed only to safeguard their food supply. In today's video, we're going to show you how much orcas are dangerous, why orcas are called killer whales, and most importantly, why orcas are the most powerful killers in the entire ocean. So watch the video until the end, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos we upload. Killer whales, often known as orcas, are the biggest of all dolphin species and are widely considered to be among the most formidable predators on the planet. Because of their unmistakable combination of black and white, it is impossible to mistake them for anything else. Each pod has its own unique noise that the members of that pod can identify from a distance. They do this by creating noises that travel underwater until they hit something, at which point the sounds bounce back, revealing the position, size, and form of the item. This is how they communicate with one another and hunt. When European whalers and fishers first came into contact with killer whales many centuries ago, they saw the whales kill other huge marine creatures, even whales that the whalers themselves were attempting to hunt and catch. The term killer whale is said to have originated from the Basque fishermen, who first referred to them as whale killers. When this term was translated into English, it became known as killer whales. Apart from that, orcas are known as the assassin whale in Portuguese, the murder whale in German, and the feared one in Aleut. These feelings of wonder and, to a certain degree, terror are reflected in all of the names that have been given to killer whales over the years and in a variety of cultures. Orcas are able to be found all the way from the Arctic regions to the equator, despite the fact that they often inhabit chilly coastal waters. They are at the top of the food chain and have diets that are quite varied. They feast on fish, penguins, and marine animals like seals, sea lions, and even whales, using their teeth that may be as long as 4 inches. They are notorious for snatching seals directly off the ice when they see them. In addition to it, they eat fish, squid, and various seabirds. Orcas often hunt in large groups known as pods, which may include up to 40 members. There seem to be both permanent and transitory pod populations of orcas. It's possible that each of these distinct groups hunts a different kind of animal and employs a unique set of strategies to do so. Fish are often the prey of choice for resident pods, whereas marine mammals are more likely to be attacked by migratory pods. Some people have compared the tactics that each pod uses for successful, coordinated hunting to those of wolf packs. Moreover, orca mothers are very protective of their offspring, and it is common for other teenage females to help them in caring for the young. After a pregnancy that lasts 17 months, the females give birth once every 3 to 10 years on average. They only have one kid at a time, which may be breastfed for up to 2 years after it has been born. In most situations, the link between a juvenile orca and its mother will gradually diminish, and the young orca will eventually go its own way. However, in some pods, the juvenile may remain with the pod it was born into for the rest of its life. The first known instance of contact between an orca and a great white shark was when the orca killed the shark and ate its liver. Orcas often just eat the livers of their prey and leave the rest of the corpses behind. In 2017, 5 great whites with sides that were killed by orca and were very similar washed up on a beach in South Africa. Other organs had been left untouched, and only the livers had been removed with an extraordinary level of accuracy. They are so sensitive to smell that even a single drop of blood floating in 10 billion droplets of water may be detected by them. They have the ability to detect movement from up to 820 feet away. And with muscular bodies that are streamlined and teeth that are razor sharp, they are the most terrifying thing imaginable. But there's no need to be alarmed since they don't typically swallow human beings. The majority of assaults on people do not result in fatalities anyway. However, before entering the water, you should check to see that you are not bleeding and make sure that any cuts or scrapes have been well bandaged. Otherwise, you are doomed. They are capable of reaching speeds of up to 69 kilometers or 43 miles per hour, which enables them to ambush their prey and bring it down with a combination of bites. In addition, when they attack their prey from beneath, they are capable of fully breaching out of the water, similar to whales. Given that killer whales are among the most lethal predators in the ocean, their hunting abilities are influenced by a variety of different elements. Because of their large bodies, fast swimming speeds, long keen teeth, and cunning hunting strategies, they are able to quickly and effectively shock and subdue their victims. Techniques differ from place to place depending on the types of marine foods that are readily accessible in the region. For example, killer whales that lived on the Antarctic ice shelf like to eat seals, so they devised a method to make lethal waves that could kill many seals at once. These waves would then wash ashore and consume the seals. The killer whales approach an ice floe in a parallel posture while rapidly striking their flukes to produce waves that disrupt the flow of ice flow and sweep the seals into the water. Interestingly, the killer whale's version of the karate chop is one of the most sophisticated strategies it employs while hunting sharks. When they are having trouble locating food in the water that is less able to defend itself, killer whales may sometimes resort to eating sharks. Despite the fact that sharks have a reputation for being deadly predators, killer whales like eating shark meat most. Killer whales have a number of efficient methods for hunting sharks, one of which is to use their tails to drive the sharks to the surface of a watery vortex, then raise their tails into the air, bring them crashing down on the shark's head, and then quickly flip the shark over, leaving it in a paralyzed state before making a meal out of it. Unfortunately, killer whales do not consume individual herring because they consider them to be of too small size. Therefore, what they do collectively is mixing air bubbles with flashes from their bellies in order to herd little fish into a tight ball at the top of the water. Interestingly, killer whales use their tails to break up the ball so that they may more easily and thoroughly consume the tiny fish within. Killer whales are very lethal marine predators that have been seen taking down far bigger prey, including the enormous blue whale. These marine creatures take turns at diving at the whale, biting it, and pulling on its pectoral fins in an effort to tire it out. After that, they hop on the back of the whale and keep its blowhole underwater by jumping on its back. They may continue this method of slaughter for many hours until the whale becomes fatigued and eventually dies, which makes it simple for them to feast on the blue whale's flesh after it has passed away. With this, our video today has come to an end. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Moreover, if you are new and haven't subscribed to the channel yet, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any useful and informative daily videos. Thank you for watching, and best of luck.